I've said it before and I'll say it again. The hardest $100,000 you will ever make in your business will be the first $100,000. It's really not as hard as so many make it. Today, I'll give you the 5 simple lessons you need to know to scale to 100,000 and far beyond. I wish I had known these when I was first starting out. First thing you need to do is nail your offer and your pricing. Here's the thing, it must be scalable. 2 of my favorite words when building a business are recurring revenue that pays you over and over and over again. And so when you're thinking about building your offer and nailing that offer in your pricing, you want to make sure that you're building in a way that is recurring revenue, right? If you think about all the businesses that are successful out there, they have recurring revenue. Think about all the subscriptions you have. I've been talking about that with a lot of people lately. There was a time when we had no subscriptions or memberships. And now today, because of all the streaming, right? All the streaming media, all the things that we can watch, like we have access to so many things. But now it's like one thing has turned into 50 million things and you have to subscribe individually. Like if you were to sit down and actually add up all the subscriptions you have today, it would probably blow your mind. But let me tell you something that's the secret that those people know, it's this: they have recurring revenue. It is scalable. And so often I see businesses trying to scale to 100K or getting stuck at 100K and they can't keep going because it's not scalable. They don't have those 2 words. What are they? Recurring revenue. Definitely jump in the chat below. If you have recurring revenue, let me know. What kind of recurring revenue and how does that work for you? Because hopefully that'll spark ideas for other people as well. Here's a little thing for you to know. Nailing your pricing can bring up some limiting beliefs, let me tell you. And if you feel uneasy about raising your prices, take a look at some of the mindset videos on my channel. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. So anyways, the second lesson I want to share with you is to only work with ideal clients or ideal customers, whatever you call them, or ideal patients. And ideal is like right here. It's not out here. It's like right here. I could spend hours talking about this. And I'm sure it's not the first time you've heard it. If you've been hanging out with me for a while, I talk about this all the time because at every level we work with our clients, they have an up-leveled customer or client. They have to get more specific about who they're working with and who they want to work with, right? You are not everybody's chiropractor. You're not everybody's doctor. You're not everybody's coach. You know, your product is not for everybody. And the sooner you get clearer on that, the easier it is for you to truly attract the people that you want to work with. And that happens because when you get clear, your marketing gets clear, your blog gets clear, your videos get clear, everything gets clear, and you get to really narrow in. A lot of people think the narrower I get, the less clients are. And the truth is, there's 8 billion people on the planet and counting. The narrower you get, the easier it is for your ideal clients, customers, patients to identify you, to say, you're the one I need to work with. So think about that. The more narrow you are with your focus and your ideal client, the easier it is for people to find you. In my business, my ideal client has been in business for a couple of years. She, probably a she, we have a few brave gentlemen that hang out with us, but she's probably a she, has grown her business to about $200,000. And she's gotten stuck at an income ceiling for some reason. She knows that she wants more. In fact, she knows she wants a multi-6 or 7-figure business. And she's known this for a while, but she has no idea how to get there. And somehow she's ended up here right now. If it's you, definitely leave a note in the chat below because we'd love to connect with you. But that's my ideal client. And the clearer I've become on who you are, the easier it has been for me to reach out to you. The third lesson that I want to share with you in terms of how to scale to multiple 6 figures is to realize that working less, now let this wash over you. For all of you who want to grow your business to the next level, working less forces you to delegate and scale. When you started your business, I get it. You wore all the hats, you did all the things. Maybe in some ways you're still doing too many of the things or you're doing all the things. When you compress the amount of time you give yourself to work, again, it's going to force you to delegate and release more of the things you're doing or to figure out who needs to be doing them. One of my team members teases me and she calls me the delegation queen. She said she's never met anyone who likes to delegate as much as I do. I would say I think of it as a sport. Delegation is a sport to me. I love to delegate. I love to figure out who can do things better than I can because I am clear that there are just a few things that I should be doing in the company and the rest someone else should be doing, right? So this is one of the things I should be doing, hanging out on video and teaching. I love to teach. I love to coach. I love to write. And that's about it. So there's my scope, right? The rest of it, I've had to find really good people to surround me with. And you want to do that as well. You want to find the right people around you who you can delegate to, who can help you grow your business to multi-six figures and beyond. Let me know in the comments below, do you like delegating as much as I do? Are you good at it? If not, it is something that you can develop over time. And it's certainly something you'll come to love over time. I promise you, a lot of my clients hate it in the beginning. Eventually they're like, I love this delegation thing. The fourth lesson I want to share with you is it's so important to have a revenue plan. And that revenue plan starts with a clear model month template. What's a model month template, you ask? It's a simple one pager. It's one sheet that breaks down what your 2x month would look like. So for example, let's say you've been averaging 10,000 a month and you want to be at 20,000 a month. All right. So we're going to put 20,000 on that paper. Now, let's say your average sale is $1,000. So if I do the math, that means I need 20 sales per month to hit 20,000. So if that's the case, and my closing ratio is 50%, meaning half the people I meet with, right, become my client, I need to have 40 qualified prospective clients in my world every single month. Now let me give you a little secret inside the secret. Right away, our minds go, oh my gosh, like that's 40 conversations. That's, one-on-one and one-on-one. And this is where I want you to start to think one-to-many. What if you offered a free course and you had 50 people in that room? And what if 20 of those people were potentially qualified to be your client? Or can you see how very quickly you could reach that goal if you were making an offer to a much bigger group? So start to shift your thinking from one-to-one to one-to-many, and that allows you to reverse engineer your marketing plan from your model month template. Now, before we get to lesson number 5, I encourage you to stick around to the end because I'm going to share with you how I made my first $500,000 in annual revenue through traditional marketing. My 5th lesson for you is to recognize that once you're clear on the numbers, you can reverse engineer your entire how. So back to what I was sharing before with your model month template, if you want to get to, let's say, 20,000 a month, right? The model month template is going to show, okay, that might mean I need to have 40 conversations if my closing ratio is 50%, meaning half the people I talk to, right, become my client. And then we start to say, what's the how? And an easy way to figure out the how is to ask yourself, what's the fastest and easiest way to reach my goal? Okay? What's the fastest and easiest way to get to 20,000 a month? To stretch yourself, I invite you to write down 50 ideas. Okay? The 50 ideas exercise has actually been studied. It's been studied by some of the most successful people in the world. And what they've realized is that when you force yourself to come up with 50 ideas to answer a question, you will find gold on that list. We use this all the time in my business. We'll come up with 50 ideas and then we'll prioritize them into the top 10 ideas, take those top 10, turn it into the top 5 ideas. I guarantee you that in those top 5 ideas, you will find gold. That top 5, there's 1 or 2 things in there that will answer this how for you. It's how you're going to get there and the fastest and easiest way for you to do that. Now, I do have a bonus lesson for you. If this is really resonating, you're like, yes, I'm ready to scale to multi-six figures. The one thing you have to know, and the one thing we tell our clients is you must track everything. Maybe not you if you're delegating this, right? But you have to have someone on your team who's tracking. We track everything, right? We track everything in our marketing. We track everything in our sales. I want to know where people came from. I want to know how they found us. I want to know how we can find more of them. When you start to track everything, you'll start to see patterns. When you see patterns, it'll really start to answer that how to get there even faster. And as I shared with you in the beginning, I do have a story for you. My first $500,000 in my company was built only through traditional marketing. I didn't use ads. I didn't use any kind of paid marketing. In fact, I was often paid to speak on stages, or I was speaking on stage and I was selling. So a lot of the marketing I was actually paid to do, which is pretty genius when I look back at that. And most of what I did to grow the business was through networking. And I wasn't just networking, I was sitting on boards and I was connecting with the board members and building those relationships and doing business together, right? It was reciprocal relationships. I was speaking on stages. Again, I was speaking one to many. And the third thing was I was building my email list. I was inviting people to receive a free gift on my website, to join my list, and then I was giving them value through our emails, and I was also making invitations to come to free events. It was a lot of giving and connecting with our community to invite them to a next step with us. If you're thinking about how to grow your business to multi-six figures, know that you can make it through traditional marketing, you can make it through low-cost marketing, or you can even get paid to do the marketing yourself and grow your business. Up next, 5 best secrets to grow your business. And remember, your 2X is waiting for you too.